Steady Eddie here. I'll get the chair a little bit closer. Okay. My favourite little place here. There you go. That's where I am right now. Good people these. I'm going to have something to eat here afterwards. Drinking San Miguel. And some of these here, nice to hear from you. It's 20 to 2 here. So that would be 20 to 8 in the UK, wouldn't it? And it'd be, you know, past midnight in America. Okay. So where is the chat? Come on, where's the chat? Ugh. Oh, don't tell me I haven't switched the chat on. Don't bloody tell me. I hope I don't have to restart this. Yeah, chat. All right, we have chat. Okay, Daniel Quigley. Hello, nice to hear from you, mate. Nice to hear from you. Daniel Quigley is here. And anyway, if you're watching this on catch up, then hello, good afternoon, good morning, and whatever time it is. Anyway, cheers. Well, it's hot here in New Dance. It's sweltering. See, I'm pleased to say that I've just done a video. I've just recorded a video, and I've wandered through, you know, the market. Thing is, I have to film it in a shaded area. Because if I go out in the heat, then my mobile phone just gets too hot and it packs in and all that. Yeah, Anders Bergman is here. Nice to hear from you. Walk This Way is here. Good name, like it. Anders, thumbs up, everyone. Thumbs up. Cheers. Thanks for that anyway. So, anyway, how is everybody on this day? It's Thursday. And, oh, God, well, I'll tell you about that bit in a minute. It's Thursday, and I thought we'd have a nice little live stream and a chat and whatever. 14 people there. I do believe in fairies. Okay, nice to hear from you. David Cohen, I can't believe I caught your live stream. It's 2:40 a.m. in Toronto. Okay, so you're 11 hours behind us. Then are you there? Okay, nice to hear from you. Anyway, I was awake, you know, around about that time because. I'm crashing out after my afternoon dinner and then going back to the place where I'm staying. And, you know, I'm just sleeping. You know, last night I woke up at beyond 9 o'clock. But at least I'm not drinking. I'm not drinking of an evening time. I mean, I've stayed in, like, you know, these last few nights because I have things to do. And, I don't want to be just going out and drinking in bars and just drinking more and more beer. I'm drinking a little bit too much of an afternoon, but at least I'm not drinking of a night time. Roman Rob. Hey, I'm hiding in my apartment in Bangkok for the aircon. Retire tomorrow. Good for you, mate. Good for you. Sean Moore, roasting here in Bangkok. Yeah, it was 40 Celsius there the other day. I mean, I was sitting at a pavement cafe across the road there. Well, it's not even a cafe; it's a convenience store. But they do the large bottles of San Miguel for 100 baht. Yeah, you know, it's nice having a drink in the afternoon, but at the night time, I'm not back to my bad old ways. I'm not as bad as I used to be because I'm not drinking at the night time unless I go out. Herbert is it. Okay, Daniel Quigley, any news on the book? No, it's still in review. It's getting on it's about 11 days now. Now, perhaps when I posted it basically on Easter Sunday. You know, so perhaps it's 11 days now. Now, there's a lady who I'm in touch with on a Facebook group, and she posted her books on the same day. And she hasn't heard from them since. They're still in review. It may have just fell through the cracks, but it could be another reason. You know, they could be thinking, wait a minute, you know, the language is a bit harsh in this one. I don't know. I'm just you know, whenever. If it gets any more days, I might have to give them an email or whatever to find out what's happening. Yeah, Perbert, Ed, nice to hear from you. Okay. David Coleman, I just don't know how you would say the heat. It's getting nice in Toronto, just rain. Well, It's okay. I don't have a problem with it. I do drink plenty of water. I drink plenty of coffee every morning. I drink water through the night, and I drink beers, which has also got plenty of water. So I don't really feel dehydrated or nothing like that. I do have the aircon on in the room most of the time. Chris Card, nice to hear from you. Walk this way. Nothing wrong with a few afternoon beers, Eddie. Cheers. Now I'm thinking. Yeah, okay. I'm thinking, Chris Card, okay, in the house. James Rockwell, Coldwater, Michigan, USA, says hello. Coldwater, Michigan, USA says, okay, nice to hear from. I'm sure Michigan is a lovely place to be in. David Coleman, the news about the book is not good. Well, thanks for that, David. Thanks for that. I mean, what do I think? I think, you know, it could be lost in the system. I have heard rumours that Amazon are experiencing delays. I posted a bank holiday weekend, and it's, you know, sometimes it does take, you know, longer to go through. At the worst, they could be reviewing the book and thinking, wait a minute, this is a little bit naughty, this book. It's a bit too raunchy for our taste. So I don't know. It just depends what happens. I don't think it's any more worse than the first book, which has been, you know, problem-free. Who's this? Chris Carr, girlfriend in Nissan, said temperature dropped to 28 after rain. Yeah, but that was in the night time. I mean, 28 of a night time is still quite hot. And, you know, so it's. I always said I'm not going to complain about the heat because, you know, we had all the cold and the rain and the rubbish in England. So, Franco, do you ever do the lotto on a whim? What's it times like to gamble on? I do not gamble. I don't gamble. I mean, I was cured of that many years ago. I mean, I went through a little phase about 40 years ago when I thought I had a system. I had a system to win on the bookies. And I quickly got a nasty shock and I lost money. And it wasn't a colossal amount of money, but it meant a lot to me at the time. And that just cured me. And I've never gambled since. I just don't gamble. I do not gamble. That's one of the reasons I've been able to afford to travel so much over the years. And by the way, that's another vlog that I want to do. I mean, you know, how to be able to afford to travel. There's something I should do about that. I'm pleased to say I always feel better, you know, when I film something. I wrote a script for a vlog, and I've just been out filming it. I've had to film it in the shade in the market up there, because my mobile phone would just get overheated. But I always feel better when I've got some footage in the bag. So I'll be editing that when I get back to the hotel, and I'll upload the video to the main channel later on today. It's an important subject as well. I think you'll like it. Who's that? From the cup. Morning, Ed. Just on the way to work. How long you in a nude on for? Another couple of weeks, I would imagine. Craig, it was Bangkok for the past. Craig, it was in Bangkok for the past month. Flew over to Da Nang a few days ago. It isn't as hot over here. Going up to Hanoi next week, and we'll go to Halong Bay. I really like Vietnam. Best of luck. Well, what month are we in now? April. Vietnam has different climates from the north to the south, because the north, you know, is towards China, whereas the south is, you know, the south is more similar to our climate here in Thailand. When, you know, during the months of maybe November to April, the south is hot and dry, whereas Hanoi can be a little bit chillier. Whereas if, you know, the pendulum swings the other way, when you get into the other season. So I would imagine Hanoi will be a little bit not as hot, really. So anyway, good luck to you. Okay, David Coleman, what do you think of the new crime laws in Scotland? I think, from what I've read, I think they're absolutely dreadful. Absolutely dreadful. I mean, as if free speech hasn't been hampered enough to bring out ridiculous. I mean, God bless J.K. Rowling. I mean, I admired a woman. I mean, I'm not a fan of her books, but I'm a fan of what she is. And she's a self-made billionaire and absolutely amazing. And for her to speak out against such absurd... I mean, sometimes when something is just absurd, I mean, can you imagine it? Can you imagine it? Blokes, vicious men who attack women and children and are going to be sent to prison for it. And then they then dress up in women's clothes and say, wait a minute, you've got to send me to a woman's prison because I'm a woman. Have you ever heard anything so bizarre as that? And good for J.K. Rowling for speaking up. I admire the woman, and I really, really do. Yeah, you know, I mean, sometimes this woke silliness needs to be called out. Englishman in Malta, sorry I missed you live. Good luck, stay cool. Okay, well, I'm still live. Englishman in Malta, now I would imagine Malta is getting into a very, very hot season there, so sounds like a lovely... I'm watching a movie set in Malta. It's a bit of a slapstick thriller about an assassin. Can't even remember what it's called. It's a bit daft, really, but... yeah, I'm sure Malta's a lovely place. I'm sure it's a lovely place to visit. Okay, 78 people in the chat here. I'm in Udon Thani. Salvation 3 is here. I'm in Udon Thani having a cold San Miguel. Englishman in Malta at 35 Celsius today. Okay, now I would imagine Malta is one of the closest islands to Africa, isn't it? I can imagine it's going to get very, very hot there. But Malta is probably a good place to visit. David Loughton, how's the San Miguel light? It's okay, it's nice. This is all I drink now. It's all I drink. So I don't think I'm putting that much weight on. And it's okay, it's nice. Sean Moore, problem is, as well as all those officers having to get bogged down investigating thousands of these hate complaints, when they should be tackling real issues instead. Absolutely, Sean. I totally agree with you. Totally agree with you. But, yeah, you know, the coppers have got a lot of bloody answer for it, haven't they? I mean, instead of catching real criminals, I mean, real criminals, they'd rather be... It's much easier. It's much easier to go and investigate, to go and knock on someone's door. I mean, you know, and say to them, I heard that you used the L word in your own home, so I'm going to... I mean, what a load of rubbish. I mean, yeah, absolutely well said, Sean. Salvation. I'm in Angeles, 36 degrees here. Okay, fine and dandy. David Coleman. Eddie, I'm starting dating a woman in Toronto, but she is 50. Grey hair on the fanny. Do I read? That's more information than I need, please, David. Behave yourself, David. So, as long as she hasn't got cobwebs down there. Yeah, Toby Price, 39 Celsius in Chambéry. Okay, Ben Hill, any updates on the book, Eddie? Still in review, after about 11 days, still in review. I think, if I'm realistic, I imagine that the bots have gone through this book and then they requested a manual review, and like somebody might be looking at this book thinking, oh, that's a bit naughty. And also, this is where Wokey Cokey comes into it again. There's a couple of the characters who make non-politically correct statements. You know, it's not me, the author, who's making it, it's the characters who are doing that. But they may be looking at it. You just never know in this day and age. I'll breathe if it's approved, I'll breathe an enormous sigh of relief. I'll be doing a cartwheel. Because I really believe in that book. I really believe that it's a step up from the first one. My first book is done bloody well. It's done well. You know, for the first book, absolutely. No complaints about that at all. But I think the second one is a little bit of a step upwards from that. David Coleman, I'm glad I gave you a good laugh. You gave me a good laugh. You turned my stomach, mate. That's what you did. Fair bit. Ed, how long did it take you to unwind things for your move? Getting rid of stuff, Ed? Oh, it's a long process. It's a long process. A very, very long process. So I planned it well in advance. I don't go into details about my commitments back in England, but I did it's a long, slow process, and also very stressful, of course. Well, it's far more stressful if you leave everything to the last minute. Then it's really, really stressful. Ben Hill, 11 days, unbelievable. Well, like, I know I'm repeating myself, but I'm thinking maybe they're reviewing it because maybe some of the content is a little bit too adult, or the language is too bad, or whatever. But then again, there's another woman who's had books published, and she published them on the same time she uploaded them on the same time as I did, and she still hasn't heard anything. So maybe it was Easter weekend, maybe, I don't know. Englishman in Malta. Sorry, he said 5 minutes ago, I read it wrong. Just got up. He's just got up in Malta. What time would it be in Malta? Would that be up 9-ish, wouldn't it? Something like that. Because they're about an hour ahead of England. Craig, I saw a movie on Netflix about J.D. Salinger, who wrote Catcher in the Rye. He couldn't get published for the longest time as he wrote the book after his experiences from the war changed his life. Okay. I've never read Catcher in the Rye. Apparently that's what I did hear about. Isn't that the book that inspired that nutter to kill John Lennon or something like that? David Coleman, I'm scared of going to London in September, and it's not cheap. I don't know, the way I read, you've got to be a bloody millionaire to live in London. But I mean, central London, I mean, obviously it's very, very expensive. But a lot of the crime and all that kind of crap that's going on in London, that seems to be taking place in the suburbs. I mean, the only people that they target in the central London seems to me to be the people who are flaunting their gold watches or their Rolexes or their jewelry or their mobile phones. So as long as you don't I mean, really, it's up to you. But I mean, if I was to visit central London now, I'd walk around like a scruffy bastard. Now, that's not difficult for me to do, but there's no way. I wouldn't go to any city flaunting jewelry and gold watches and all of that. I just wouldn't do that. I mean, you should be able to do it in an ideal world, but it's not an ideal world. You've got to be realistic about that. I think I've got to read here anyway. Englishman in Malta. Malta, in short. Malta is an archipelago in the central Mediterranean between Sicily and the North African coast. It's a nation known for historic sites related to a succession of rulers. Well, that sounds good. That sounds good. I mean, Englishman in Malta has a wonderful YouTube channel where he gives loads of vlogs on Malta and all that, and it's all very, very entertaining. So, just his videos are just the kind of thing. If you're in a cold night in England, it's just the kind of thing to watch. So go check Englishman in Malta out. He's really, really good. Makes some great videos. Drago's. The smoke is getting in my throat. I can't speak, I'm going to start coughing. Okay, Drago Solko. When are you going to stream live from Koh Samui? I did. I think I did. I've done Koh Samui about 2 years ago. And it wasn't my favourite island. I don't know if I can't remember I've done live streams from the other places, Koh Phangan. I think I did from Koh Samui, but I've no plans to go back to those islands again. Those islands, I did Koh Tao, Koh Phangan, and then Koh Samui. And the following year, Koh Lipe, Koh Lanta, I did Langkawi in Malaysia, Phuket, of course. So I've done lots of islands in my vlogs over the last couple of years. And I did do some live streams from there. I remember doing one live stream in Koh Phangan. It's a hard rim beach. And lots of people on the beach. And as I was doing a live stream, there was these women there, these English, like these Western women. And they had the knockers out, you know what I mean? And I had to put I can't put that on the screen, you know what I mean? But So it's a pity you couldn't see it, but I could. I could. In fact, I think I've still got the video somewhere. I filmed the video somewhere. Obviously, I can't upload that. You know what I mean? That certificate stuff. Well, what is it? What is it that YouTube have against the female form? You know, knockers and all of that. You know, I mean, I don't get it. I don't get it. Bart Simpson. I was in Colac in March one day. I had minor heat stroke and I had to. Okay, Bart Simpson, Colac, minor heat stroke. Yeah, you've got to be careful you don't have heat stroke here, because I mean 40 Celsius is a bloody high temperature. But I stay hydrated, you know, I drink plenty of liquids. Hello? Hello? You want around? Hello? He's cute. Oh, whenever you're ready, mate, yeah. He's all right. I've got to eat something, because it's not right that I do live stream him and I don't eat it. I did have a meal here, dude. I'm going to have another one. I'm going to have a meal here. Anyway, he's cool. Okay. Nate, morning, Nate. Just about to start my postie round in miserable wet England. Listening to you keeps me going. That's good to hear, that, mate. That is good to hear. Really. Can I have another San Miguel, please? Thank you. Thank you. Yo. I'll have something to eat as well after I finish this, yeah? After I finish, I'll have something to eat. Food smells lovely. Lovely, lovely. These are good people, great people here in this cafe. Cheers, mate. Thank you. Thank you. Bloody good. Bloody good. Lovely cold, nice cold San Miguel. Okay, Nate, yeah, good for you, mate. He's doing an important job there. He's a postman, so good for you, mate, anyway. Gwiggles, hope you got good AC in your unit. Yeah, it is good. It goes on whenever I press the button, so yeah, cool. Okay. Yeah, Jim, drinking Malta, okay. David Cole, Malta was the only island that received the highest award in Britain for holding out against the I don't want to say that word. Okay, yeah, good for Malta. Okay. Hey, I lived in London all my life, never been robbed, but I was burgled in Thailand. Okay, listen, I've lived in London for about 6 months in around about 1989, and I don't want to comment on a city that I no longer know. Funnily enough, I seen a video where some guys going through Croydon. Now, I was thought Croydon is in Surrey, or was in Surrey. And as I recall, Croydon is a affluent place. Wasn't it well known for the, wasn't it well known for the yuppies, of the 1980s? Apparently it was a very, very affluent place. And now it looks like it's gone to the dogs. I mean, I lived in Guildford for about a year, around about 1990, and Guildford is a good town, very, very nice town. I like Guildford a lot. I don't know why I didn't stay there, to be honest with you. But I mean, some of those areas in London, just look like, dreadful place. But if you're in central London, London is probably a great place to live if you've got loads of money and you're in with the right people and you've got a good job. None of those things applied to me when I lived there. Life Utopia. Ed, caught the video you made about the Lonely Planet book after you avoided getting mugged in South America. Very informative. Also love the old footage you had at the end of you in canoe. Oh, okay. Thank you for that. Thank you for that. Yeah, that's true. Let me tell you about South America. I read the Lonely Planet guide for quite a few years, and I've done this big 6-month adventure around South America. And what's common there is that, you walk around with a backpack, but I've never heard this in any other part of the world, but in South America, you get that scenario where you're in a crowded place, and someone comes out of nowhere and bang, he splats all this crap, mud, goo, whatever it is, and it goes down your legs, and then all of a sudden these strange people appear to try and relieve you and clean it off. They offer to clean it off and they relieve your backpack, and then the next thing you know, somebody grabs hold of it and runs down an alleyway with it. Okay, these people are the accomplices. Now, I read about this many, many, many times in the Lonely Planet guide, and The good thing about The Lonely Planet, it made me aware of this scenario. And I travelled through Brazil, Argentina, and then went back up through Bolivia, Bolivia, Peru, and it never ever happened to me. But then I went in Ecuador, and it was in Quito in Ecuador. And I was wandering through Quito, which is a lovely city, beautiful historical build, beautiful city, Quito in Ecuador. And I had my backpack, and that's why I think it was on a Saturday afternoon, a nice bright sunny day. I was wandering, and all of a sudden, splat, down my legs and me, whatever. But I was aware, the moment that happened, I thought, watch yourself, Eddie, get out of here. Get out of here. Don't let anyone grab your luggage. Keep tight hold of it. So I rushed away and I crossed the road. And these women, they crossed the road to follow me. But I said, no, go away, go away. And I just kept going. I kept with all this bloody muck dribbling down my back and on my shorts and everything and down my legs. And I finally found a safe, quiet place to take my backpack off and, clean myself down. But it was the Lonely Planet guard that stopped me from being robbed there, because I wouldn't have known about that. You know what I mean? So anyway, thanks for reminding me of that life utopia. Good to hear from you, mate. Peter Pan, don't think you need to worry about robbers in London thinking you've got anything valuable on you, Ed. Yeah, they're more likely to give me money, aren't they? Okay, David. Eddie, keep your fruit intake up in this hot weather. That's something I haven't had for a while. I haven't had much fruit for a while. Perhaps I should. Toby Price, expats in Samui call it the rock. They all get bored after a year. Yeah, I wasn't overly impressed with Koh Samui. Really, and I've been to just about almost all of the major Thai islands. The top 10, I think I've been to. And I would still say that the islands that are close to Pattaya and Bangkok, Koh Chang, Koh Samet, and the very underrated island of Koh Lam, I think that they're as good as those other islands, I really, really do. David Coleman, the problem is that I can go to Thailand for 2 months on the money that I was spending 2 weeks in London. That's not a problem, mate. Go to Thailand. Go and spend 2 months in Thailand rather than 2 weeks in London, definitely. Robert Best, plenty of liquids for sure. Okay. GG, Croydon is a London borough. It says South London. Was it not? Was Croydon not classed as Surrey? Because there's parts of other areas. And I lived in Hounslow at the time, and I could, when you go down a place like Feltham and whatever, you see pretty soon you see a sign that says you're entering Surrey. I'm sure Surrey, unless they change the borders or whatever. Yeah, let's see. Gigi, North London isn't affluent. No, sorry, North Croydon isn't affluent. South Croydon is quite leafy. Well, South Croydon, the one that's in Surrey, I mean, one of them is classed as Surrey. Put the video up for members unlisted. I don't actually have members. I mean, it wouldn't work anyway, because even if you got membership on YouTube, they'll still, they still won't let you. They won't let you show knockers, you know what I mean, unless they're covered up. Big Dave, where are you in Thailand today? I'm in Udon Thani. That's where I am. David Coleman, I think I'll be staying in Mayfair. Oh, Mayfair! Oh, gee whiz, golly gosh! All right for some, isn't it? I found a nice place that's 200 Canadian a night. Mayfair, it's a bit upmarket, that, isn't it? Intergalactic Wood. Is it true that Limo... Oh, bugger off. Robert Best. Croydon is all Blake's. Plenty... Croydon is all Blake's. Plenty... Yuck. Okay. Drake, so what made you move to Thailand? I know you're staying there for good. No, I'm not staying there I haven't moved to Thailand. I'm still only here temporary. I'm going to get my visa renewed. I hope I can anyway for another month, and then I will be heading. I may squeeze in Bangkok and Pattaya in the coming month or so. But you know, by the end of next month, I expect to be in Cambodia. I'm going to be settled in Cambodia for quite a long time. Rentboy, sounds a bit hot, Eddie. Maybe I can join you and we can have a cold shower together, you dirty little bastard. There's a Rentboy in the house if anyone's interested. I'm not. Okay. Griggles, Lonely Planet was a blessing in the days before the internet. Traveling is so easy nowadays. Absolutely, mate, absolutely. Great book. Once you pick it up, you can't put it down again. Okay. Robert Best, did you ever go to Blackpool? Good fish and chips. Blackpool, I've been to Blackpool many times and I've lived there. Blackpool, great place to visit. Terrible place to live in. Englishman and Malta. Last time I walked over London Bridge was full of scammers with police just standing around at the ends. Yeah. I mean, I lived in London for 6 months, and that was about 35 years ago. So I can't really comment on it. You know what I mean? I really can't comment on it. Matthew Navarro, most scenic place you've been to in Thailand? Most scenic? Wow. Inland or island? Yo. Well, some of the islands are really beautiful, aren't they? Koh Tao, beautiful island. Koh Chang is a big island, and it's a lovely island. Inland. I haven't really been to anywhere inland that's taken my breath away. I mean, I think Laos inland is a better looking country. Philip Mulville, tremendous information for you on dealing with slickers in bus and train stations. Okay, thank you. Thanks for that, Philip. Englishman in Malta. We're so lucky in Malta. So far, no scammers. Good for you, mate. Good for you. That food that he's cooking is really. I'm going to eat it today. I have eaten it once before. It wasn't a rocket to the moon, but there's such nice people here in this little old cafe here. Oh, there he is. That's it. That's what it is. He's cool guy. The ladies aren't here today, funnily enough. But never mind. I'm going to eat it. Let's see. Jeff P. Koku is perfected. Where is Koku? I keep forgetting where that one is. I haven't been to that one. Robert Jones, looking fresh today, Ed. You're so lucky doing what you do. You live once and you're doing what a lot of men envy, okay? Well, see my video that's going to come out on the main channel later on. Because I've filmed something, an important issue about travelling. And I always feel better when I film something and I've got it in the bag. So now I can take it back and edit it and upload it to YouTube, you know. So you know, you may find that one interesting. David Coleman. Eddie, do they have elephants around here? I love elephants. I love elephants. I love animals. I absolutely love animals. I haven't seen any elephants here in Udon Thani. They have elephants in places like Koh Chang and a few other places. But I must admit, I try and shy away from animals when I'm, you know, filming anything, because animals is a controversial issue. I uploaded a little short video about an elephant getting washed on a beach in Koh Chang, and I thought it was quite a friendly little video, but people berated me, like, you know, they said those elephants are not treated properly, or they humiliate, or whatever. As soon as you bring animals in, I mean, I love animals, and you know, I believe in, you know, protecting animals and not mistreating animals. But as soon as you bring animals into the equation, it creates a little bit of controversy, because there's people out there who are ready to pounce and say, you know, you shouldn't be filming that. You know, that elephant probably isn't treated right. You know what I mean? So, you know, I just shy away from animals. Drake Cycle, if you have 2 weeks to stay in Thailand, where would you go? I'd go 2 weeks in Thailand, where would I go? I'd probably just go to Pattaya. I mean, it's got everything you want. It's a bit of a knocking shop by the sea. I'd just go to Pattaya and stay there for a couple of weeks. The funds, nice to hear from you. Toby Price, Thai beaches are starting to get messed up with all the plastic waste. It's a shame. It's worse in other countries like Cambodia or Bali. If you go to my main travel channel, right, and go really, really, really deep into the archives, you will see a video on the beach in Bali that will horrify you. Absolutely awful. Absolutely awful. The funds, let's have an I live for this. I live for this! Okay, was that, I can't shout because it'll wake the neighbours up. David Coleman, that women in Malta are beautiful. I can't comment on that because I haven't been there, but I do know someone who had a bit of rumpy bumpy with a Maltese bird, and he said when she lifted her armpit, he thought she had a black cat under there. Oh, a bit hairy. The funds, dedicated to the funds. Englishman in Malta, you should try members, Eddie. You'd be surprised that there are many for a few perks who would love to support you. Really, I mean, you know, you need to deliver some. And which channel would they do that, the live or the main channel? I mean, really, you need to really commit to that in order to deliver the goods. And I haven't really thought about it. I know other people do that. I don't know. I'd only really do members if I thought I could show things that they can't show on, you know, on the main channel. So I've been thinking about that a long time. Let's see, Philip Moore, but many animals work in those bus and train stations. Okay. David Coleman, I was so upset when I saw how they treat animals in South America. Well, you know, I don't like cruelty to animals. I mean, I love animals, absolutely love them. But then animals are really, really savage towards each other, aren't they? It's a savage world out there. Yeah, Ian Jennings, any tips to the Grand National? I didn't even know it was on. Any tips to the Grand National on Saturday, Eddie? Yeah, back Red's rum. He'll probably win. Okay, no, I didn't mean it. It's been dead about 50 years. I didn't know that the Grand National was that. I haven't bet on the horses for many, many years. The last time I lost, and that's why I've never bet again, so it's not really for me. Intergalactic World, Laos or Cambodia for a visa run. Which one is easier? Well, it depends where you are. From here in Udon Thani, Laos is much closer. I could get to Laos and back within, you know, half a day without a problem. Cambodia is a way off from here, you see. If you're in, it depends where you are. I mean, I'm in Udon Thani right now, and I would find it much easier to get to Laos. Drake Soiko, you're a fun guy, Ed. You keep up the good work for your streams. Cheers. Okay, thank you for that. That's really, really kind of you. Hushmaster, good day from Kinabalu, Borneo. You may want to consider wandering out here to check it out. Okay, fair comment. Dave the Dasher, Red's Run was a legend. Okay, now I'm going to tell you something interesting about that. Red's Run was the most famous horse race, the Grand National winner. I don't know, did he win it 3 times? The Grand National in the 1970s. I seen an interview with Red's Run's trainer, a guy called, I think his name was Ginger McCain. And he was being interviewed on the night before the Grand National. And can you believe this? At the end of the interview, the interviewer said to him, and one final question, Ginger. Well, what's your other than Red's Rum, what would you bet on in the Grand National? And I swear it, the trainer of Red's Rum said, I never gamble. It's a mug's game. That's right. The trainer of Red's Rum said that. I never bet on the horses. It's a mugs game. Think about that one. Nick, the best place to see animals should be in a national park. Saddens me to see animals exploiting for photo opportunities. Yeah, that's what I mean. That's why I try and shy away from animals. I do. I try and shy away from them. Creates too much controversy. Listen, David Coleman, should I go to Thailand? So if I go to Thailand for 2 months, should I just go to Bangkok, Pattaya, and one of the islands? Well, that's good. Well, that's good. That's good. It depends how much you want to travel. The temptation, if you're going to go to a country, especially for the first time, is to see as much as you can. But I mean, do you really want to be traveling every other day? I mean, just pick a few places and stay there. I mean, Pattaya is a good place. You'd like Pattaya. Robert Best, when you go to Cambodia, look out for baboon big scar on his nose. Baboon big scar on it. Baboon big scar on his nose. I don't know who that is. Bazuki, I had these Scouts Baz here. I heard you bumped into. Do you watch him? I do watch his vlogs. I mean, yeah, I do. Well, not in recent, but I do watch a lot of his vlogs. Walk this way. Eddie, where do you intend to settle long term? Well, I really like Siam Reap, because Siam Reap is a very, very pleasant place. And that is the best way to describe the town, pleasant. It's a very it's a nice town. It's good of a day, good of a night. And it's a really pleasant town, and it's cheap and cheerful, and I like it. So that's where I want to settle. Phil at Mulville. Eddie, how many years now doing videos? 7 years. I'm almost on 50,000 subs on the main channel, so I will be doing a video to mark that occasion. You know, but 7 years. It's you know, time passes by, but I'm doing okay. Okay, so anyway, Dave the Dasher. So yeah, about 7 years, Dave the Dasher. So anyway, I've been on for 42 minutes now. I've had a couple of San Miguel's, and I'm going to order some food from this guy here. He's cute. I mean that food smells. I'm quite hungry, so I'm going to order something. And anyway, guys, listen. Thanks for tuning in. There will be another. There will be a video on the main channel. I always feel better when I've filmed something and I've got something in the bag, because it's a struggle really to keep up new content, but it's quite an important subject that I've made a video of, and I will be uploading that to the main channel later on. Okay, so anyway, thanks for tuning in, guys. Have a great day, a great evening. I'll see you very, very soon. I'm gonna eat, drink, and be merry, and have a great weekend. I'll be back soon. Cheers, guys. Thanks for tuning in.